Hi, friends. This is Jen from Circle of Besties Tarot. Welcome in. I was going to do a reading for myself, and I thought, let's stream it and maybe have some friends join, and I can pull a card or two for you. This is going to be a quicker one. I do have an appointment later that I need to get to, so I can't stay on for an hour like I normally would. But, well, these cards are ready to talk. They're all over the place. So I'm shuffling off camera, and they literally just all of them jumped out of my hands. Okay, that means we're ready to rock. All right. Okay, so our first card up is Wheel of Fortune. So this is what we're talking about. The spread that I use has each position the card comes out and has a specific meaning. And then when I pull the card, I talk to, what the card means on its own. And then in that position that it's sitting, how does that contribute to the story we're trying to tell? So Wheel of Fortune is pretty much end of a cycle, culmination of all things that you've aimed for, a big wish coming true. Although the star is more the big, and the Nine of Cups is the wish granted, but this truly is like everything is coming together at the right time, the right place. It's karmic. Your spirit squad, as I lovingly call them, are behind you. What's coming in is destined. So you can see it. All right. Okay, so, crossing that is Four of Wands. So for me, Four of Wands is celebration, marriage, community, stability, foundations. It could be a new home, something that is being celebrated, and that is, the culmination of things coming together. Again, like it's sort of like what I just said of the Wheel of Fortune. So, something that you are aiming for, that speaks to your stability and foundations, and this could be in a lot of different ways, is coming in. So fantastic. So that's the crossing. Okay, so if normally I would have this be a challenge. So the challenge is, finding that feeling of stability. But being that the Wheel of Fortune is underneath, that means we're definitely on the right track, and it's coming in. So I gave the wheel a challenge, and it said, yes, 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 keep going. I'm on board. Well, that's great. So, again, these cards are flying out. I love it when that happens. Okay, let me note the time. It's 12:30 on a Wednesday, so I guess we're excitable at that time. We're Eastern Standard Time. We're in the northeast of the U.S. So I had two cards come out, Knight of Swords. So this is the preliminary communication for, something. So a knight is a messenger. So it might not be, an official message, but it will be the beginning of, a pairing up or something between two people, or it could be like a job interview. So say we're talking about a job or a project. These are the preliminary stages of a project, but it is the beginning. And it's not, you're not getting approved for the project. You're not getting, you're not putting in an application. You are saying that, you've been chosen, you are, you get the interview. So first steps in the project, you're funded. It's time to, pull together your requirements, stuff like that. And the King of Cups. So this is the Suite of Cups is about emotions, feelings. So the King of Cups is a leader who rules with their emotion. They're still in control, but they're very much in control of their emotions. They lead with empathy, compassion. It's not something where, their emotions take over. They still rule justly and well. It's just a matter of, whenever they are making decisions or ruling or, thinking through any problem, they do take the culture and the climate and how it would make people feel into consideration. So I like this little cat who is playing with this fish. So I see, you're going into an environment that's very fun for you. You're going to be feeling very good about the decisions that you've made. You're seeing that everyone around you is happy and healthy. You got jumping dolphins and a happy mermaid, and the kitty cat is busy playing with the fish that are surrounding this watery throne. So I really do see all good things. So what you're starting, there's a need for logic and, black and white decisions, pros and cons lists, being very specific about how things are done. But in the end, it's going to bring this King of Cups vibe, which is awesome. All right. So I'm shuffling off camera. So if you forgive me if it gets a little boring on screen. But here, what I'll do is I have this wonky selenite, and I used it the other night during the live, and it just kept flipping over. But here's what I can do. The last part I speak to, I'll leave upright, and that way you can look at it while I'm shuffling for the next one. And let's bring it closer. Here we go. Hopefully that's good. Let me see. I'm looking at my camera here. Yep. Okay. All right. What don't we know about? So this is energy that is speaking to the story, but still isn't, it isn't a main energy, but it definitely contributes. So in the upright, a Page of Cups is a novice, somebody who's coming in with little experience, but a lot of heart, really excited to, begin something new or deliver a message or help the process in any way they can. Think of a really eager intern, starting at the company they have dreamed about working in their whole lives or their whole, during school, preparing to get their first job. I see, this is so Page of Cups for me is, an artist, a creative, somebody who's just, really aware of their surroundings and empathetic, compassionate, cares about climate, wants to be happy, do their own thing. So you can even look at this as somebody who, is starting fresh. So they're moldable in a lot of ways. So you might be working with somebody who is, is not a novice, somebody who's done, the work that's taking place. So say it is, if you were to commission a painting, or if you were starting a project, or you were starting a new job, you are one that is not even close to being, an intern. You have a lot of experience. You have a lot of, you've learned over the years, from your mistakes, and moving forward, you're going to bring all that experience into this new adventure that you're going on. All right, let's see what we have. Like anything that will come into play that we might not expect. That's what this next card will be. Rexby, the rescue dog, welcome to the live stream. Woof, woof. I love it. I didn't know doggies love tarot. All right. Okay. What won't we expect that'll be coming into play? All right. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is generosity. When this is being generous when you don't need to be. Maybe if there's a project that involves you need a certain amount of money to push it forward, you might get some unexpected help, so definitely keep an eye out for that and welcome that energy from the universe. Say, if I'm working on something that's very meaningful to me, and, even though you're been there, done that type of project manager or worker, or whatever this scenario is for you, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I could use, my budget is limited. If I were able to expand it, I could do even more. I could do this, I could do that. So if you're in a corporate setting, we always say it's agile, meaning like you make changes as you go, for the good of the project. So Six of Pentacles, you might be surprised when someone says, So if you did have more budget because you talked out loud, so if you do have more budget, you could do this, this, or this. Okay, make that change order. Let's make it happen. Phenomenal. So keep an eye out for those opportunities that could be coming in when you least expect it. All right, I'm going to pull a future card. I love Rugsby the rescue dog talking in my chat. Very good. Well, Rugsby, there's a lot of kitty cats in the deck that I'm using, so you might get some joy out of this after all. I'll let you know if I see a doggy. Okay, I have 3 cards come up, so I'm going to go over them one at a time and then let you know what I think they mean altogether. So the Ace of Wands is a new inspired idea. It could be, an epiphany. Let's call it an epiphany. So look at the girl. She's, over a bonfire. She's looking at all these magical things just float over there. And I'll take that as her imagination. But she's saying, oh my goodness, why didn't I see this before? We could do so much more. This. So, it also could be an exciting new relationship, but, like completely out of the blue. Again, it's just like so inspired and really just wows you. So along with that is 8 of Swords. So this is a reminder that you are not stuck. So take a look at this card. The woman her hands are bound, her feet are not bound, but not that I can tell anyway. She's blindfolded and she's surrounded by swords stuck in the ground. Now the cat's playing with the sword. There's a bird perched on it. So for me, here, I'll try to get it close to the camera. There's a bluebird, and bluebirds for me signify grandparents in spirit. So especially grandmothers. So if you have a grandmother in spirit, she's reminding you that if this is you, and remember that all these images are non-binary. So in tarot, you're talking about energies. So the energy of the 8 of Swords is that you feel stuck. But if you were to stand up and walk in any direction, you might bump up against the sword, but you can walk right through. You're not in a cage. You're not confined. You are bound. But, I think there's a way that you could take your hands there. You're not bound to your person. So you can take your hands, push up that blindfold, your legs move, you can stand up and you can walk out. And then, you can get you can untether yourself in time. But just know that you're not stuck and you are spiritually guided and protected by your loved ones in heaven. So that paired with this is the minute you realize that you are not stuck, this will happen. King of Swords. So, the King of Swords, just like the King of Cups that we saw earlier, embodies all of the power of their suit. So swords is logic, strategy, communications, technology, fast moving energy, very strong. I would say that this would be a CEO of a company. So maybe so I think like in a career, it could be a lawyer, it could be a doctor, but somebody who is really top of their game. And everything that they do is the first thing that they consider is logic and being rational and objective. There isn't a lot of emotion that goes into what, how they lead. Doesn't mean that they don't feel it. It just means it's not their, it's not priority when making decisions or doing something. So the cards came out in this order: King of Swords, then the 8 of Swords, Ace of Wands. So take a look at your situation. Remember we had the Page of Swords. So when you're beginning your journey, really cross all your T's, dot all your I's, make sure that you're working with the right people, logically and objectively look at the situation end to end. So take a look at, where we are now, what might be able to change. If it does, what would you need? And then really think through the whole process. And then where you find areas where, okay, like we said with the 6 of Pentacles, which is right here, if we had a little bit more money, or if, what I feel our restrictions are lifted, what could we do? And then definitely keep an eye out for people or things that might assist you in altering the plan so it's better, and wait for and then once you're walking in the energy of, you almost have to, like with the law of attraction, we've said this many times, it's like you almost have to act as if you already have it. So once you know what you might need, you act as if it's already coming. It's already been approved. You've already got the money in the bank. Let's move forward. Let's walk and talk as if it's going to happen. So that's where this epiphany could take place. It's a very exciting reading. I hope we all win in whatever we're aiming for. And the key is, just like I said, act like you've already won, and it will show up. People say, oh, well, that must be nice to feel that way, but it doesn't always work out for you. You're delirious. Well, let me tell you, acting that way has helped me so much, especially in my later years. I'm in my 40s, and when I was younger, I cared so much about what everybody thought. I was an overthinker. I still am, but to a degree, I know when to walk outside of that sword cage, right? But it gives you a way of, it just gives you this power over your own energy. So you decide that you don't care. And I know that sounds callous in a lot of ways, but I decide that I'm not going to give the thing that, when I was younger, might have really tore me up. But I decide I'm not going to allow power over me. And I decide, to be quick about it, I decide not to care. I'm very kind to, if it's a person that's, just not for me energetically, I'm very kind. I'm understanding. I know their story. If they're being callous or weird, I try to understand, why, and just let it go. I don't take it in. I don't take it personally. It took me so many years to get to this, but this energy is magnetic, and it's magnetic in a way where people are like, wow, I wish I could be like that. You can, but magnetic also in a way that it brings you the things that are meant for you. So feel free to chat about it. I will read all the comments on my channel. So if you have a question or a story that you'd like to share with the community, I'm all ears. I would love to hear stories of empowerment by, owning your own energy and what you allow in, and how you can just keep moving forward when something doesn't suit you. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. The strength card is, being selective, understanding what affects you and what doesn't, hanging on to your convictions, remembering all the bad times that you've gone through. So this lady has a tornado in the background. But she's got her magic wand and she's moving forward, just getting her animals together. And if she faces any dangers, she knows she's got the strength of a lion, in experience to push forward. So Rugsby the rescue dog. There's a big lion here. Sorry, all cats still. So I was chasing my ball and it rolled away. I'm sorry, Rugsby. Well, I'm glad you're with us today watching tarot. All right. We'll wrap up this reading. Oh boy, under the couch. Well, that's going to be a new adventure for you. You're going to have to go see who can be generous enough to help you get it out. And then you'll be all set. Maybe even set up. I know that in the past, especially when I had a puppy, I would put pool noodles like underneath the couch and sort of try to set them so if any toys bounced up against underneath the couch, that they would bounce back out because the pool noodles. But it's a very specific process. You're going to have to get creative on how you keep the pool noodles in place so the balls all the toys don't go under. But that's for a different live stream. Okay, final advice. So what do we do next? What are we looking for? How do we... All right, I'm shuffling. All right, I want to make sure you can see this as best as you can. There we go. All right. We have 5 of Cups in reverse. So upright, you'll see that there's woman at a party. It looks as if she's had 5 glasses of wine and she had 5 full glasses of wine and 3 fell. It's, like spilt, and she's so this is a disappointment card, she's disappointed because, now she's down to 2 glasses of wine, but, I'm a lightweight. So if I were to turn around and see lobster and a cute kitty and all the balloons and 2 full glasses of wine, let's not forget there's a bottle right next to it. So needless to say, she's focused on the wrong thing. So she's focused on the 3 cups that have spilled. But, if she turned around, there's a lot of happiness there. So again, remember to focus on the things that will bring you joy. And even if it doesn't seem like it's a sure thing, it might just be in your peripheral or out of sight. You got to keep, like I said, with the 6 of coin, you got to keep your eyes open and look for opportunities that can help you. All right, one more, and then I'll do a flip of the coin, since that seems to be fun for people who watch. All right. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. So this means, upright, lack mentality, feeling out in the cold, homelessness even, to an extreme. In reverse, so remember, the tarot speaks to energies. We're not going to walk with a sense of lack, or that we're missing out, or disappointment. We're going to, tackle each day and each project and each scenario and each relationship, as if it were meant exactly for you. And then the energies that come in that don't fit you will fall away, because you're going to say, if something energetically doesn't work for me, I won't judge it. I'll try to understand it as long as I need to. But the minute I'm able to walk away, we'll do it without hard feelings and honesty and truth. So, I know that's a big commitment and a big challenge. And it's, but when you start sort of walking that walk, you will just be flabbergasted, or you'll have a huge epiphany, just like that lady with the fire, like looking up into the fire, about how easy life comes. Or it's just, everything is just so much less stressful. And look at this, the Hierophant. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Find your Zen, and it will serve you. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching our live. No, it was short. I am going to do a flip of the coin. So we have a yes. I'll try to bring it up. Isn't this cool? I got this. So it's a yes coin, no coin. So, it's a little spooky, but I normally don't do super spooky stuff, but I think it's fun. All right. So ask your question in your mind. If you want to share it with us in the comments, I'll read it later and respond. But all right. It came sideways. So I'm going to say maybe. One more time. Oh, okay. It fell out of my hand and landed on yes. So I think I want my answer today to be yes. So I'm forcing it a little, but it landed sideways, and then it fell out of my hand and landed on yes. So I think I got a little spiritual help there to get the answer correct. All right. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.